What's up, top 10 fam? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. So we're being bombarded with information about climate change and how the world is going to end because of it, and hello, this is not new information. This has literally been the situation for a long time, since the Kyoto Protocol, since the Paris Agreement, ever since we started ruining the planet basically. The call to action has been there for quite a while, but I'm glad it's getting the attention it deserves now more than ever. But with all that in mind, these are the top 10 scary ways the world might end in 50 years. Plot twist, climate change is not on there because you guys know already. Starting us off with number 10 is the magnetic field part 1. Time for Professor Ayman to come out, you guys. So if you're unaware, the Earth is surrounded by a magnetic field that extends into space. Now this magnetic field is created because the flowing of liquid metal to the outer core creates electric currents, and as the Earth spins on its axis, those currents form a magnetic field. Now every couple of 100,000 years, this magnetic field dwindles to basically nothing for about a century and then reappears when the North and South Pole flip. Not literally flip, because then what the hell, but our magnetic North Pole is actually located in the actual South Pole and vice versa. Now the last reversal happened about 780,000 years ago, so we're basically overdue for another one. But now the strength of the field is 5% weaker than it's been before, which is worrying. Our magnetic field deflects particle storms and cosmic rays from the sun, as well as other subatomic particles from space. Now without that protection, the particles would hit our atmosphere, eroding the already weak ozone layer. On top of that, a lot of animals navigate magnetically, so this reversal could cause serious ecological disturbance. Overall world could end because of it. Coming in at number 9 is the magnetic fields part 2. Thankfully I've hit you with the science already, so I can just go straight into it. So the inner core of the Earth is a solid ball of metal, the outer core is a moving shell of liquid iron and nickel, as I previously mentioned. That's what creates our giant electric dynamo of a magnetosphere. But as I've mentioned in other videos, we're also overdue for an ice age since the Earth goes through warm and cold cycles. Scientists have claimed that upcoming changes in the sun's activity could cause temperatures on Earth to plunge from 2020 to 2050. Last time I checked, 2020 is right around the corner. Now add that to the magnetic reversal and the weakening of the magnetosphere, that's going to add to the Earth getting colder. The atmosphere is what reflects heat particles back to Earth and keeps it warm, and if that gets weaker, we get colder. And if an impending ice age is coming anyway, we're going to be freezing. And hypothetically, what if that causes the core to cool and us to lose the magnetosphere altogether? We could then lose all our protection from solar winds and our atmosphere would just get blasted into space. That's exactly what happened to Mars billions of years ago, and now it's lifeless. That could be us. At number 8 we have engineered disease. Now back at the end of 2011, a major controversy erupted when people found out that researchers had engineered a mutant version of bird flu that could be passed on through ferrets or simply via the air. Why on earth are we out here trying to purposefully create diseases that we had a hard time fighting off the first time? Like, why are we like this, people? Like, let's just not be our own demise, please. Now the last study on the new version of the H5N1 virus showed that it literally only takes 5 mutations in the virus in order for it to be spread through airborne droplets between humans or ferrets. Thankfully, the US National Security Advisory Board for Biosecurity made sure the details of the study were withheld so they don't fall into the wrong hands. Dun dun dun. But if one group of researchers can achieve that, God knows what other groups could achieve. What if another deadly engineered disease was created elsewhere and it accidentally or very much intentionally got released? Global panic would ensue, my friends. Global panic. Nobody got time for that. I just got better. I'm not here to get H5N1 again. I didn't have it the first time, but you know. Filling our number 7 slot are gamma ray bursts, aka one of the most powerful phenomena in the entire universe. No exaggeration. Now most are caused as a result of massive stars collapsing when they die. Now one single short gamma ray blast can emit more energy than the sun would over the course of its whole life. Like, can we take in how critical that actually is? The energy in a single blast has the potential and power to eradicate our entire ozone layer, allowing dangerous UV light to pour in and trigger rapid global cooling. It's so dangerous that many even think a gamma ray burst pointed at the Earth could have been the reason that dinosaurs went extinct millions of years ago. Like, my red alert is going off right now at a very high rate. I'm freaking out. Now at number 6 is divine intervention. Gotta love it, gotta have it. Now every religious text has some sort of apocalyptic prophecy. Judaism has the book of Daniel, Islam has the coming of the Mahdi, Christianity has the book of Revelation, Zoroastrianism has the countdown of the third son of Zoroaster, like it's been written since ever, and despite interpretations and stories varying, it's still very present. God is meant to intervene and bring history and the world to an end, essentially. Now that's all well and good for whenever that may happen, but unfortunately there are a lot of doomsday cults who'd rather take holy retribution into their own hands. For example, back in 1995, the members of the Shini Coast sect set off sarin nerve gas in a subway station in Tokyo that killed 12 people and injured 5,000 plus. Had the group been armed with something more lethal like a nuclear weapon or something nanotechnological, the damage they and other groups like them could cause would be unimaginable. Coming in at number 5 is fungal disease. Now sure, a bacterial epidemic of some sort is quite scary and possible, but it's a fungal threat that is the real risk here. Back in 2013, for example, an infection originating from the chytrid fungus made its way through amphibians and wiped out the majority of frogs in the US. If something like that occurred with humans, we'd be absolutely screwed. Because the thing is, bacterial infections in humans are deadly too, but we have a lot of research on them, a lot of antibiotics, we have the knowledge needed to fight them. But we know a lot less about treating fungal infections, and so if a new fungus appeared and an epidemic swept through the world, who knows if we could stop it in time. I certainly don't. I'm no doctor. Just take an aspirin. At number 4 are black holes. I had to mention it, you guys. I know they make an appearance in basically every end of the world video, but it's also there for a reason. You know, other than the fact it's Hollywood's second favorite form of planet death, but yeah. Now they are still mostly a mystery to us. We know a lot about them, but we also don't know everything we don't know, if you get me. For one, we don't even know why they're so dense to the point light can't even escape them. Scientists specializing in black hole research believe that record black holes are out there just harmlessly wandering through space, exactly like a rogue planet. But they're not harmless, that's the thing. It would be harmless if it passed through our solar system and passed the Earth like, hey, how you doing? I'm just gonna be over here. But what if it doesn't? What if the black hole passing through was bigger than the moon, for example, which is likely? Because if light can't even escape, do you really think Earth would be able to? Most definitely not, you guys. We're getting sucked in there ASAP Rocky with ASAP Rocky. Our atoms will stretch and then pull apart completely, or we might end up in a new universe completely. Who knows? Who knows? At least ASAP Rocky will be there for us and with us. Filling our number 3 slot is the Rogue Planet Part 1. Now rogue planets are worlds that got kicked out of their own solar systems during formation. Savage, to be honest. But not really, since it's such a common occurrence. It's estimated that rogue planets actually outnumber stars in the Milky Way by like 100,000 to 1. But these rogue planets have no set route for orbit, so they're just kind of traveling freely. So it's very plausible that a drifting rogue planet could straight up hit us. And you'd think that would never happen, but it did already. 4.5 billion years ago, a small planet hit a larger planet in the solar system, and thus the Earth and Moon were born. A new hit could again send debris flying all over the solar system and melt the Earth. A new planet would come after that and it would eventually cool down, but who knows if it would even be habitable. But we'd be dead by then anyway, so it's not like we're gonna live on it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the L. I won't be here. Now at number 2 is the Rogue Planet Part 2. Now carrying on from that, instead of a rogue planet drifting into the solar system and hitting Earth, it could very easily just drift in and destabilize Earth, which is different, guys. Now hypothetically, if a world large enough drifts close enough to us, it could actually kick us out of the solar system altogether or knock us into Mercury or Venus, which again, not ideal. If we get kicked out and become our own rogue planet, the Earth would essentially become an ice ball. Either that or a significant gravitational change could make our seasons extreme and deadly, going between ice age level cold and actual melting point hot. Now I doubt any of us have the capacity to survive that, so let's not become a rogue planet. Not that it's in our control, but it's fine. And finally, at number 1 is mass instability. Now as our approach to physical health and disease has improved drastically, the same can't be said for mental health. Yeah, our attitudes towards it has definitely changed for the better, but overall mental health is getting worse. According According to the World Health Organization, 500 million people suffer from some sort of psychological disorder. Already, the number of people over 65 are disproportionately likely to commit suicide, and those are the elderly people, not even including the people my age who are doing it on a daily basis. It's estimated that by next year, depression will be the second leading cause of death, right behind cardiovascular disease. Like, that blows my mind, but it also doesn't. Like, as someone with depression, I completely get it, but I'm just like, how have we not found better ways to treat ourselves? Like, it's beyond me. Now, the fact that the human lifespan is getting longer also intensifies the problem, since we'll have even more years to experience all these feelings. Gregory Stock, a biophysicist at the University of California, claims medical advances will soon let people live to 200 years old or older. 200 years of depression or schizophrenia or psychosis seems like a curse, not a blessing. 200 years of overloading your senses with these feelings could lead to a new kind of insanity that we've never seen before, and thus, how are we even gonna respond to it? And that's it for today's video, guys. Morbid, I know, scary, I know, but she's still cute though. Oh, that rhymed! I am a rapper. I'm not even gonna say I'm not, because I am. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, let me know which one on the list scares you the most right now. I think for me it'd be mass instability or the gamma ray burst. Like, I'm still not over that, by the way. Can we talk about that? As always, I'm your host, Ayman Hassan, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! I did write right the first time. Just don't improvise, Eamon, don't do it. Don't do it. I didn't know! I sound really smart right now, to be honest with you. I'm just not gonna lie. Yeah. Why is there so many people talking?
It's lunchtime on the fence. It's bad time.
Can you not? Is that it? Was that the end of the sentence? Damn me. Had your perfect saving. I'm putting you to sleep. That's how scientific it is. I'm hungry. Did I say that? Apocalypse. Why am I not saying it? Okay, don't do that, Amen. Your throat just got better. Let's relax. Or we might end up in a new night. Or we might end up in a new night. Or we might end up in a new... Anyone ASAP Rocky fans?